Good morning, class. Today we're going to talk about foods that are fatty and not fatty. And we're going to do a simple test to decide if there's too much fat or oil in a food or if there's not. Okay, first we're going to start off with comparing oil and water. So what we're going to do is we have our brown paper bag and we are going to place a little bit of water and a little bit of oil on the bag. As you can see, both liquids are now in the bag, and we're going to give it just a second and see what's going to happen to these liquids. Now, if you're going to find out if this has oil or if it's not made up of fatty substances, you can take your brown paper bag and hold it up to the light. Notice that the oil is fatty, and so you can see through the paper where it comes very thin. And whereas the water just made a mark and you can't see through. Okay, so now what we're going to do is in our journals, we're going to make a little table and we're going to compare different types of foods. We have a bacon, olive, margarine, apple, and cheese. And we're going to put these foods onto a brown paper bag and see if it has an oily stain or not. So, first we're going to place the bacon right over here. Put that on there. Then we're going to take an olive, place it on. We're going to take some margarine, which is butter that's in the stick form. Just put some of that on there. We're going to put an apple, and we're going to place some American cheese. Now, when we remove all of these substances from the plate, we're going to have to take them off completely. And then we're going to hold the bag up to the light and see which ones left a mark that is see-through. So as you can see, the bacon has a good amount of fatty substance in it, as well as the margarine. The apple and the cheese do not really leave much of a mark, although cheese does have a little bit of fat in it. And the olive left a mark, but it's not a see-through stain, so it's not going to be fat. Now, to check and see what foods are fatty and what foods are not, you can also go on the My Government website and look at the food pyramids, and you can try this at home. I challenge you to figure out different foods and make predictions to see which ones you think are going to be fatty and not fatty, and keep in mind that what your food is sitting in may change your outcome. For example, all of us had a little bit of a see-through part of the bag, and that was due to the fact that they had been sitting in oil versus sitting in water.